Hey, we are live. How you doing, everybody? This is HB Harold Branch the third, Harold Gregory Branch the third, to be more specific and detailed. And I am excited to be here on a Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, and that's a special shout out to my father, Mr. Branch, because he would post a camel every Hump Day, every Wednesday. It was his dad joke for the whole world, and we are grateful for that, Dad. So thank you for that. I hope everybody is having a good week so far. Once again, it is a heavy week. Even it's starting to become our normal, dealing with COVID this and dealing with everything that's going on as far as the fight for equality and the fight for to deal with the unfortunate deaths and murders of the Black community at the hands of police and authority figures. And the fight continues. The struggle continues. We are far from done. And as a result, we come to you live every night at 6 o'clock Arizona time and 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to just help you decompress, give you some strategies, some different things to think about that can help with your own self-care. And that's why we're here. And I am definitely not a person that can handle that task alone. And so what do you do when you need some help? You throw up the bat signal and you get a hero. And I was able to get a hero to come and help, and that's Dr. Angela Kenzslowe, who is just absolutely next level. You all are going to love her as I do. Everyone that sees her definitely appreciates her. So we'll be bringing her on in a hot second. And we are currently streaming on Facebook. So you got some time to share it with your friends, family, neighbors. And we're also on YouTube. And now we are streaming on Instagram. I believe it's on my personal Instagram page. Instagram, what's up? You like it? So I just look up and I'm at Instagram. I look down, I'm at Facebook. That's kind of cool. I'm excited. I'm such a nerd. Don't judge me. So we're just doing all these different things. And we're playing around and we're just having fun with it, because that's a part of self-care, man. If it's not fun, you should really consider how long you're going to do something, right? We got to do things we don't enjoy to get the things we want to get. But when it comes to something like this, make it enjoyable. Even the things that you don't want to do, make it fun. Working out is hard work, but make it fun. With that being said, I want to bring our hero to the stage. Hey, baby, thank you for that. Glad you're taking notes. I'm going to get you this sleep, Miss Dana. Appreciate you. And so we're going to go ahead and bring aboard my partner in crime, the hero of the evening, Dr. Angela Kenzslowe, who is a trained and licensed psychologist working with our military, who is also a veteran herself and just has done amazing things for quite some time. Heroes don't get to be heroes out of nowhere. They got to generate those skills and those talents. So she has definitely done that. With that said, hey.
I'm going to keep saying it each time, just the way that you introduce. At some point, we just got to say, okay, Dr. Kenzslow's here.
Maybe. Yeah, no promise.
She's here.
No promise on that.
You look great. I'm loving that light behind you, and this shirt is matching the light. Everything looks wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm the step-by-step kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, if you ask me to do all of this the first night, I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do it. It annoys so many people I work with because I'm like, nope, fundamentals and basics only.
Okay.
And we will master the fundamentals, then add. So this is fresh from Ghana. And so, it's good for the heat. So I wanted to rock it, and it's got the little light in the back. My daughter loved the lights. I had to do some of all the lights I have for home base, so I put them randomly around the house. Why not?
So the house is like dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
All right.
Have a little party. And so, but how are you? How is your day been?
I'm doing well. This is our fourth week pushing. Yesterday we spoke about sleep, and the night before we spoke about nutrition. And it's been interesting because I think when we first started doing this, my thought was, how are we going to have content every night for 15 minutes? And it's really simple because self-care is really about being able to care for yourself. And so when we're talking about nightly decompression, it's what can everyone do to decompress that provides care for themselves despite everything that's going on. And so typically, I know you and I have this pre-conversation, and today it was more technology, like how can we get Instagram to not echo? And I know you have on your headphones, and you're like, I don't know about these headphones. So I appreciate you wearing the headphones. So everybody tell HB how wonderful and magnificent he looks with the headphones on.
I'm a team player. I'm a team player.
You are. That you are. But I want to say though, if you don't mind, if we use the example of that pre-conversation, and how you so tactfully said, "I'm really," how did you say it? I'm really not a fan. I think that those were your words, of wearing the headphones. How did you say it?
Oh, okay. So because we're doing Instagram as well, there's been an echo. And you said I need to use headphones, and I was like, I had the headphones, but they were attached to the phone, which made it so I didn't hear it. He was like, well, could you attach it to the computer? And I was like, okay, all right. It was a reasonable request, but I knew I wasn't enjoying it. And I said, well, I just want to say I'm not excited.
Those were your words. Yes.
I'm not excited about the headphones.
Right. And so that's one, I want to touch on that because it's wonderful when people are able to speak their truth, right? To say, hey, I need to be heard. I'm not excited about this. I'm a team player, which is what you also said. I'm a team player, but I don't know if this is something that I'm going to like and going to enjoy. And if we all get to that point to where we're able, because you were so tactful and you said it so beautiful. I didn't do any of this, like, you don't want to wear headphones, people on Instagram. It made it so disarming that there was no defense on my end. And so I think with self-care, it's also being able to speak my truth and have a voice. Because what if you didn't say that? And then now we're doing this, what might have been festering.
And to be honest, that's a habit. That's a bad habit of mine. I always think I can absorb for everyone else. So if somebody got to carry it, I carry it, kind of thing. Somebody got to be annoyed, let it be me. But then, then I got those feelings because I haven't verbalized it and I haven't felt heard. And how can I feel heard if I don't even communicate it?
Right. And how would I know?
A lot of us do.
Right. And how would I know as the request maker? I would have no idea that you would have all this internal dialogue going on if the expectation isn't known. And
by Friday, I'm looking at you like,
and I'm like, what's wrong with HB?
I guess I'll bring Angela up. Like, I ain't even calling you doctor no
I don't get all the wonderful, beautiful introductions anymore.
I'm just passive aggressive. And honestly, just saying that made me feel, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna roll with it. You know what I'm saying? And see if it's comfortable. And I mean, it works. It roll. But when I say it works, I mean it works to communicate and to do it in a way that I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying this is my initial feeling.
Right.
I haven't even thought it through.
So I'm not right, but I'm heard.
I'm not right, but I'm heard.
Right.
I'm not right.
And I'm not wrong.
I'm dead.
No,
definitely not saying I'm wrong.
Right. I'm not right. I'm not wrong, but I'm heard.
Right.
And that's powerful. And that's powerful when it comes to our self-care, because if you at least hear me, then I'm not doing all this other stuff going on, and
Yeah.
then the relationships with whomever it is starting to dwindle or deteriorate because expectations aren't able to be met if expectations aren't known.
And and you know what? I think that we're just in a position to kind of call an audible right now because we're already 7 minutes in.
Okay.
And this is a good topic. I say we hold on to it and we knock out the second part of the sleep tomorrow.
Okay.
Because this was kind of organic. So I want to go with this right now because communication is such a heavy part of self-care and being honest with yourself and those around you, but doing it in a way that is not oppressing the people around you or attacking the people around you. And so many people hide behind, I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. People can't handle the truth. No, you're being a jerk. You're being a jerk. And you don't have to be cruel with your truth.
Right. You do not have to
so
be
many
cruel.
people hide behind that.
Right. But there's also, so yes, and people oftentimes then don't want to grow. So just the way that, again, this interaction was prior to us coming live, it was said so beautifully. You were heard. I didn't get defensive. There was no pain in that conversation at all. It was.
But let me say, can I also identify what you did? That was awesome. For one, you didn't get defensive because I've said things that gently and the person still goes defense. Still want to argue. They turn into a debate and an argument, right? When there was really no reason to push back because there was no push in the first place.
Right.
Number one. But number two, you didn't overcompensate because I wasn't asking you to overcompensate. You didn't say, well, you know what? If you feel that way, just don't, you know what? Forget it. It's okay. It'll be fine.
It's not that black or
don't
white
wear the
thinking.
headphones. I didn't ask for that. And you didn't do that, which I'm happy about because that would have, sometimes we can exaggerate our response as though we're helping and then we feel some kind of way.
Right. Like,
because we feel like it's just weird. It gets weird real fast. But so you just allowed it to be what it was and say, okay, but look, I'm good. I told you where I was and you believed me.
Yes.
You believed me.
Yes.
You didn't think I was harboring something else. It was deeper than what you believed me.
Yep. And that's the thing we have to be careful about is that black and white thinking. Well, if he's not excited about it, then just don't do it. Well, no, HB has to have an opportunity to see what does it feel like? What is it like? And that's the thing that we have to really think about too. So even on that opposite end. So thank you for noticing that and appreciating that. Is that also as the receiver of information, don't interpret what we believe the other person means. Hear what they are saying. So he didn't say, I don't want to wear these. I'm not going to. You said, I'm not excited about that, but I'll do it and let's see how it works. Okay, let's see how it works.
Period. And, Cam is hitting it right perfectly. Communication, skill building is everything. It's continuous. You're constantly learning that. You're constantly growing. What's up, Katrina? I see that you're here with us too. But the other thing is the process I went through in my mind before I communicated. So first off, I didn't communicate immediately. I did take a few seconds to process and digest. I did smile.
You smiled.
Which is what I do. I'm like, and anybody that knows me well enough know I got a lot of different smiles.
Yeah, I knew that smile. You were like, I was like,
I'm not a frowner. I smile before the worst situation. I smile. I'm just weird. I smile differently. I'm like, I think I'm gonna hit this guy. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna smile.
No, we're not hitting anybody.
But we're not hitting anyone.
No.
But I processed it for a second, and I put it on a scale of how important this thing really is to me. If I thought it was something that was against my character, something that I would not be okay sleeping at night with, then it would have been a hard no. hey, I know you really want me to do it. It probably will take care of that aspect, but I'm not comfortable with that. But on the scale from 1 to 10, it's it's a 3, maybe 2. You know, 2, 3. So it was like, all right, but I still need to let you know I got a 3 going on right here. You know what I mean?
So
But
we'll
I
do
think
some prolonged exposure or maybe some EMDR and get that 3 down to a 0 where there's no distress. That's all trauma therapy.
I don't know. I
Let
don't
me
know.
get that
Don't be using all
subjective
them
unit of
skills on me
distress.
right now.
Let me bring that down a little bit. No, but it's so important to be able to communicate for our self-care. It's very important to be heard, and it's just as important to hear without making an interpretation of what's being said, because you want your partner in that conversation to also be heard, right? And that's what helps to keep a lot of that distress down, especially if it's a personal relationship. Oftentimes we
Absolutely.
think we know someone so well, and I do know that smile, right? I was like, oh, what's coming? But what if that smile? What if I had misinterpreted it? What if that smile was like, I already thought about that, and here, so that conversation could have gone a different way, where you were like, I already have my little headset ready and rearing to go.
Right.
So we have to be careful of that, and just to really ask people, listen to their words, take the words in without being offended, without getting defensive, and get down to what's the core expectation. Is it just, I need to be heard? Let me be heard. If I need a response, respond, with trying to stay open without doing all this. Well, I just won't do that anymore then.
Right. It is so much easier, and this is why I try to err on the side of politeness. If I'm polite and I really think about it and I come back, I sleep on it, and I'm still offended, I feel like I really need to go in on this person. I can always decide to go in later. I can always say, man, I really thought about it. I was offended. Matter of fact, you really disrespected me.
So you have really good impulse control.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever been complimented for that before.
You have good impulse control.
Because the alternative is to go negative, just go hard, and then come back and try to make it right. Just remember this: you can't unring a bell. And just because you're sorry don't mean it's okay now.
Right.
That is a very mature. We are adults.
Yeah.
And you doing the same thing over and over and saying sorry, your sorry don't mean anything anymore. Sorry without behavior change is manipulation.
Yeah, it's not worth anything.
Sorry without behavior change is manipulation.
Well, Mr. Branch, we are at 6:15.
We got to do more communication stuff too. You know, I love this topic.
Yeah.
I love interpersonal communication.
So
I love it. So this is great.
Continue to breathe. Still work on that diaphragmatic breathing. There is a wonderful, wonderful app. It's free. I don't like the name of it because you do not have to have this diagnosis for this app to be beneficial. But it's PTSD Coach. It's by the VA, but you can go to whatever app store it is that you have, download it for free, and it'll walk you through some different breathing exercises. It'll walk you through some different mindfulness things. So a lot of the things that we're talking about when it comes to self-care, you can take that a step further, and this app will walk you through. Again, it's great for people who don't have PTSD. I really wish they would have named it something different, but it was initially created for veterans who do have PTSD as an augment to their therapy. But it's a great app. Again, it's free. Download it on your phone and use that during the day to help to augment with your self-care.
Wonderful. And everybody, just remember to breathe.
Yes.
When in doubt, take a breath. And sometimes that'll help with communication too. We appreciate you. You are warriors. You're out here doing the thing. And warriors, we're out here in a beautiful fight, and warriors know how to fight. But warriors also have to know how to heal. And that's what we're here for with our nightly decompression with Dr. Angela Kenzslowe and yours truly, Harold H.B. Branch III. Love y'all. Be well. See you again tomorrow night, where I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about sleep.
Yes,
Well,
we'll
we'll
finish.
see. I don't know. Later, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
All right, folks on IG. Let me see if there's any comments here.